Hey everyone, welcome to the revisited version of the obstacle and navigation review where we put the Dreame L50 Ultra AE through the ringer. The audio quality and the way the video was built and flowing did not resonate with me, so I decided to tweak my script and re-record the audio. But before we start, I'd like to give a shout out to Robostofzuigers.nl. They are lending me this unit so I can perform these tests for you. They have no say in my content. My opinion is 100% my own. I have no affiliation with any brand whatsoever, but Robostofzuigers.nl is kind enough to let a small channel like mine perform these tests and create these videos without any restrictions. Check out their website by clicking the link in the description. It is important to note that the Dreame L50 Ultra AE doesn't have a camera for obstacle detection. The Dreame L50 Pro Ultra does, but this unit, the L50 Ultra AE, does not. Let's dive into the video. Let's start by looking at the navigation skills of this device. Talking about the navigation is easy. The top-mounted LiDAR sensor works perfect. It runs in a logical way through the room and around the tables, stools and chairs. The processing power seems to be a lot better than the models in the more budget range. It finds its position very quick and navigates really smooth. As you can see, my chairs and stools aren't an issue. It cleans nice around the legs of my chair with slanted legs. This is something some other models in the price range don't do. I like how it wiggles itself through the narrow passages and tries to make sure every spot is cleaned. Also, thresholds with a 2 to 2.5 centimeter height aren't a problem, and it handles my coffee table without much issues. My coffee table isn't the easiest to maneuver around, but it does the job pretty well. It's about the same as the other models in this price range. On the front of the device, there's a line laser structured light sensor. It also looks like there is an RGB camera, but the Dreame uses the same module on their devices but won't add some parts in that module, like the camera in this specific device. I first thought the device had a camera, but I got confused about the, in my opinion, confusing naming convention. So I was a little disappointed when I found out there wasn't a camera in this device. So if you look at the obstacle avoidance, you can see the unit didn't see the phone charger and went straight to it and started to eat it. I know these cables are one of the hardest and most tricky obstacles for a robot vacuum, even with a camera, so I forgave the device. But after the phone charger, it also went in full num-num eat mode on my power strip cable. Even Charlie came to check if everything was alright. This cable is a larger, thicker cable that the Xiaomi Robot Vacuum 5, who also doesn't have a camera, avoided pretty well. I thought and hoped that the device would at least have the same obstacle avoidance like the Robot Vacuum 5. But okay, cables aren't its strong suit. It maneuvered around the sock, a little too close for my liking, but luckily it didn't eat the sock during the test. But I wouldn't trust this device with dog poop or whatsoever. Then it was time for the small toys test. These toys are the size of Lego figures. Even knowing this device didn't have a camera, I really did not see this coming. The much cheaper S40 Pro, for instance, did notice these toys, while the Dreame L50 Ultra AE totally obliterated the toys, even with collision avoidance mode turned on. I really expected that this model with Ultra in its name would avoid basic toys, but I guess I was wrong. So in my opinion, this Dreame L50 Ultra AE failed the obstacle test. I really think that the L50 Ultra AE has the same structured light sensor as the Dreame L10S Pro Gen 3, because they almost performed identical. I'm a bit disappointed in that regard. If you choose not to put a camera in the device, then at least use the same structured light sensor they put it in the Robot Vacuum 5, for instance. That device handled obstacles a lot better. But okay, maybe the sensitivity in obstacle avoidance comes with a downside, because the Robot Vacuum 5 won't clean under my chairs because it's too cautious. I don't know. But is it wrong to expect more in this price range? What do you guys think? Is a camera in this price range a must, or are you okay with the Dreame leaving it out? Or should they add a more advanced structured light sensor than the one they put it in this device? I'm curious, what do you think? Leave a message in the comments. The device navigates well and smooth, but if you got a messy house with lots of stuff laying around, my advice would be to get a device with a more advanced AI camera or with a more advanced line laser structured light sensor instead. If you are curious how this device does on carpets, keep an eye on the channel. I bought a high pile carpet and I'm putting this Dreame to the test. I will be testing the pickup rate on hard wooden floors, thin carpets, the new high pile carpet and my doormat. I will also test the mopping and stain removal capabilities and of course what's going on in that fancy base station. Making a thorough and complete review of a robot vacuum takes time and effort, but I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. So I'll be putting these tests out in separate videos and end it all with a full review. I hope you liked the video and I hope it was helpful. And please let me know in the comments if the audio levels and EQ settings are correct. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.